everyone! Welcome to IC Stories Manila, episode 26. Pag-usapan natin ang PDAX metaverse. So again, this is going to be a very exciting episode dahil Pilipino po ang kausap natin. So our very own. Ayan. So bago tayo mag-start, of course, you know the drill. Mag-hi muna tayo sa mga napakaaga nating viewers. So we have Fire Up. Hello. Scout Martin, ayan, always checking his attendance with us. Maraming salamat. Jeremiah Eugene or Eugene ba to? Ezama, maraming salamat. Chide and Tantan, thank you so much. All right, let's call in Sir Apen Crypto. Kumustahin natin siya kung kumusta yung week niya and what he thinks about the current market natin. Hi Sir Nelson, how are you?
Hi, good evening, Julian. Good evening sa mga viewers. Yeah, thank you sa mga nanonood. Medyo naging busy tayo.
Mm-hmm.
If they follow Twitter, actually, we recently had a series of events, actually. Umabot tayo ng Albay together
Mm-hmm.
with our
I
partner,
saw the
Sportler.
post. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an ICT forum this
Mm-hmm.
year. And the first of many that will happen this year kasi magiging involved tayo with the on-ground local government.
Yeah.
And most likely, babiyahe rin tayo ng Bicol, Albay. And one of our
Yes.
partner is also in Baguio right now, actually,
Mhm.
promoting evangelization ng ICP din.
I love that
Um,
evangelization.
yeah, and we'll soon go there definitely, no? Kasi
Mhm.
that's what they're setting up right now, a
Yeah.
series of events that we can do. I just want to highlight para sa ating mga community na next week meron tayong free blockchain session. And if pwede ko
Oh.
lang i-present ito dito sa screen. Teka, click ko lang
Mhm.
i-present na.
Yes, correct.
Hold on.
Ayan, while you're doing that, let's say hi sa mga bagong pasok natin. Jizuka, hello. Alex Castillo says, it's good to hear updates again for ICP. Thank you so much for appreciating what we do here. So ayan, ang goal nga natin, not only for ICP na ngayon, but we're trying to broaden no, lahat din ng mga local na natin projects. So yeah. Oh, eto na Sir Ape, no?
Yeah, so the link nandun siya sa description, yung link
Oh, okay.
for the free blockchain session actually. Saka pa makakuha ng ganito libre na, no? Attendan
Mhm.
nyo na lang one and a half lang to, 1.5 hour of
Mhm.
your time. Next week, July 12, Wednesday, is an orientation session with TypeScript. If nahirapan kayo sa Motoko, mas magiging madali ito. Pag na-complete niyo yung course, mananalo pa kayo ng 20 ICP tokens courtesy of ICP. That's around
Wow!
$100.
So,
Yes.
nalibre ka na meron ka pang 20 ICP.
Yeah, and ang pinakamaganda doon is an opportunity for you, no, to build on the blockchain.
Mhm.
So, kung meron kang idea na matagal mo na naiisip, gusto mong gawin, wala kang developer, or gusto mong matuto maging developer, ito na yung pagkakataon nyo. Punta lang kayo sa link ng description sa baba
Mhm.
nitong YouTube episode natin, and then fill up the form. And don't forget, please, to put the country Philippines. And
Yeah.
pinaka-important is click on Philippines, ICP.Hub Philippines, para malaman natin kung saang country nanggagaling ang mga developers natin.
Mhm. I think
Okay,
this is
that's
a
it.
very good stepping stone sa lahat ng mga gusto makapasok into developing, no? Kasi parang sa dinami-dami ng episodes natin, ang napag-usapan na natin kung ano-anong projects, for sure
Yep.
nagkaroon na rin ng mga ideas. Like even in the comment section, no, ang dami laging mga ideas na nasi-share yung mga kapwa nating Pilipino. So it would be nice kung tayo na mismo ang magiging developers or
Yes.
kahit na actually honestly kahit na wala kang plan na i-dedicate mo yung sarili mo or maging developer talaga, it's a
Yes.
free course, 'di ba? So why not try it
Learn.
out? Yeah,
Yeah.
learn, 'di ba? So everyone, please, if you are interested, ayan po yung link natin. Nasa comment section na siya. Also in the description box, ilalagay din natin. So you guys can sign up and ayun nga, i-add nyo po or ilagay ninyo na Philippines para alam nila na suportado mga Pilipino sa ganito and mas marami pa yung mga free courses na i-offer nila. So
Yep.
aside from that, Sir Nelson, anything else na exciting na you want to share with our community?
Yeah, the coming months will be busy, very busy. Weekly activities, most likely partnership with universities, at saka
Yeah.
mga Web3 projects. And hopefully, sa guest natin, na hopefully
Mm-hmm.
malis na tayo, currently work in
Yes.
progress. Uh, alam ni Patrick yon. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looking forward sa second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. So ayan, I'm sure it doesn't need any introduction dahil napaka matunog ang PDAX dito sa Philippines. But,
Yeah.
or since we're here, might as well, no? So today we're going to be talking about PDAX Metaverse specifically. But if you're not aware yet, PDAX is the Philippines' leading homegrown, Filipino proud homegrown cryptocurrency exchange supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So ayun nga, PDAX Metaverse po ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. And we have yung head nila with us to answer our many questions. And meron na mga nagsisend dito. Thank you very much. So yeah, please help me welcome Patrick Lau, the head of Metaverse. Hi
Hey
Patrick!
guys,
Kumusta?
I'm
Patrick,
doing
good
well.
evening.
How about you? Good evening to you, Mulan, and also Nelson. Kamusta
Good
kayo?
evening. Super happy that you're here and we have a lot of questions for you. So we hope you're ready.
Of course, anytime.
Mm,
Actually, kinakabahan na nga ako. I could actually see all of the some of the questions
yeah.
na nilalabas ngayon sa chat and mukhang
Yeah.
Gusto ko
mahirap
yung
sila.
introduction pa lang, handa na yung mga questions nila. But that's how we know na engaged talaga and very interested sa topic, right?
Of
But
course.
before we get ahead of ourselves, maybe a quick intro of you. What did you do before Web3? How you got into this? And what are you currently working on?
Okay, yeah. Super quick, I guess, background on myself. So I graduated from Ateneo, and then my first job out of college or university was I worked for an investment bank. So
Mm-hmm.
the investment bank was called Fortman Klein Capital Markets. So
Mm-hmm.
ang ginawa namin dito is I was a financial analyst. And what I did was really study different industries for all of our clients. So I dabbled into the fertilizer industry. Iba-iba na mo lan. So may
Oh,
power
wow.
industry,
Mm-hmm.
fertilizer, consumer finance, and I
I
also
didn't expect
help
that.
I also help these companies, I guess, obtain financing from different sources. So from banks, through
Mm-hmm.
the public, through IPOs, or even through hedge funds, so through private placements. And from
Mm-hmm.
that experience, I guess, namulat din yung mata ko for about all things business. So
Yeah.
how do you value, for example, one interesting question is, how do you value, for example, a business, right? A
Mm-hmm.
company. Or
Yeah.
what is really company strategy and what is the main revenue driver for a certain company that allows it to earn, compounded interest over the course over its cost of capital, right?
Yeah.
So I stayed in Fortman for about maybe three or a little bit more than 3 years. After
Mm-hmm.
no, nagsarili na ako. So this was back in I don't want to say the year kasi
Yeah.
baka ma-out ako with my age.
With the age,
But
I was gonna say, yeah.
baka ano ka pa lang noon, Mulan? Baka nasa grade school ka pa lang noon or
Ang
nurse.
mahalaga is hindi tumatanda. Asian charm, you know what
Tito.
I mean? So, it's just a
Uh,
number.
but yun.
Parehas
So,
lang tayo, Patrick.
oo nga eh. Baka mukhang
Tito.
kabatch lang tayo.
Tito
But
Natix.
so when I left investment banking, more or less it was at a time when nagkaroon ng maraming credit crisis or financial crisis
Oh.
sa
Mm-hmm.
world, and also maybe hindi tayo masyado na-affect pero mostly sa world and in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so hindi naman connected yon. It was really a voluntary thing on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I wanted to set out on my own
Mm-hmm.
and do my own businesses, do my own create my own companies. So
Mm-hmm.
this is actually a very roundabout journey to crypto. But I did events production, I did fashion retail,
Oh, nice.
I did a little bit of data services. So and even a little bit of real estate. So dabbling talaga in all things. But
Mm-hmm.
during that journey, no, so I think very instructive, like ko naalala yung sinabi ni Warren Buffett, right? When he said that I am a better investor because I'm a businessman, and I'm a better
Mm-hmm.
businessman because I'm an investor. So I was wearing an investor hat when I was
Yeah.
in the investment bank,
Yeah.
but now after that journey, I was wearing the owner hat, the
Mm.
businessman hat. And it really gave me a more complete picture na
Yeah.
na-realize ko, ang hirap palang kumita ng pera. Ang hirap parang gumawa ng negosyo that really
Mm.
has sustainable earnings over time.
Yeah.
Anyway, yon. So I learned the lesson the hard way, went through that whole journey. But at the back of my mind, parang I kept researching and reading stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
siguro accidentally na rin, I came across, this sort of podcast by, I'm sure baka alam ng mga readers, mga listeners natin, by Tim Ferriss and Naval Ravikant. And it was talking
Mm-hmm.
about this very curious thing called a virtual currency called Bitcoin. And I think it was
Yeah.
back in 2017. So medyo late
Mm-hmm.
na rin ako kasi I think Bitcoin was conceptualized and created 2009.
Yeah.
And
2009,
it
yeah.
went through different cycles. But I just came just in time right before the second cycle. So
Oh.
everyone knows, diba, Bitcoin goes through 4-year cycles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
2009, so plus 4 years, 2013 was the first one. The second one was 2017. Sakto lang ako to that second cycle. So I bought my first Bitcoin.
Ang
I
mura
think it
pa
Yeah.
was
nun,
about,
Patrick.
sorry?
Ang mura pa nun.
Mura pa, hindi naman sobrang mura, but it was pretty okay. I think it was
Yeah.
about 1,000 plus, close to $2,000 ko nabili. Hindi naman super
Okay.
mura, but and konti lang yun na, I mean, I just bought a few because at that time, syempre, I didn't have much money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I dabbled in that, and then the rest is history because as you know, in 2017, biglang umakyat yung price.
Yeah.
The price went to
Yeah.
20,000 and then it crashed, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, everything crashed, and kinalimutan ko lahat kasi it was so painful, right? So
Yeah, of
kinalimutan
course.
ko, like
Yeah.
I think it was a very traumatic experience for
I can
myself.
feel you.
It
Yeah.
was binyag kumbaga. Yun yung
Binyag.
totoo. Kailangan pagdaanan ng lahat ng nasa crypto yon, unfortunately. But it's a good
Pero
story to tell now, right?
pero Patrick, that what make you ano learn you want to learn more kasi nga dahil doon sa experience na
Yeah.
yun eh.
Exactly. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
because nagkaroon ako ng experience na yon, it gave me also parang the curiosity to dig deeper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I used that time sa bear market. So kinalimutan ko yung holdings ko, but I also still opened up my
Mm.
mind and my
As it should
brain
be. Yeah.
to what is really cryptocurrency. And
Mm-hmm.
actually ito yung lahat ng this is what I actually recommend to everyone, especially to your viewers, which
Mm-hmm.
is it's not enough to just buy and trade with the expectation of earning money in crypto. It's very
Agree.
important to understand or have a fundamental understanding of the technology. Why?
Mm-hmm.
So practical level, if you have a fundamental understanding, you can better filter out the scams, 'di ba?
Oh,
Parang pag
yeah.
may nakita kang
Yeah.
bagong project, parang oh legit ba to? I'll read
Mm-hmm.
the white paper. Okay, this doesn't make sense. These guys are just
Yeah,
spouting
yeah.
BS, right? So that's
Mm.
one more practical benefit. But in my own journey, I used that time in the bear market to really learn. And
Agree.
2018 came, 2019 came. In 2000 around 20, I came back into it kasi sakto lang decentralized finance was coming out. So,
Mm-hmm.
Uniswap was gaining adoption. Tumataas yung adoption rates nila, dumadami yung volumes. I was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
actually the one of the first yung very first decentralized finance experience ko was I don't know if you guys still remember this, Ether Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
It's one of the
no.
first dexes in Ethereum mainnet. And sobrang the
OG.
whole experience was very
The age
clunky.
is showing. No, I'm kidding.
I was buying ICOs from I was buying tokens from my Ether wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I had my MetaMask, so I bought, um, I don't know if naalala niyo pa, like Status,
Mm.
um,
Oh no.
OMG. These are all
2020,
OG tokens. But
2020
anyway,
ano ako bro, 2020 ako. Medyo late ako eh.
so 2020 came, decentralized finance became a boom. So I also
Yeah,
participated in all of the, you would say, Ponzi schemes. And then after ng DeFi, NFTs came. So it's very
yeah.
interesting because I also kind of learned more about myself. And what I learned was, I also have kind of a high risk tolerance. So pagdating sa
Mm.
physical stuff, kunwari, ayoko mag roller coaster,
Mm.
ayoko
Yeah.
masyado mag long haul drive or mag
Yeah.
airplane, pero pag dating sa financial, I realized that I have a higher tolerance for
Push
risk.
natin
So
sa edge. I feel now we have your binyag to thank for that, no? Parang na-survive ko na yun eh. So, what else can't I survive? You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
palakasan na ng loob talaga.
Lumalakas
And
ang
you're more
loob.
knowledgeable now. So, kung dati malakas na yung loob mo, wala ka pang alam, what more na, backed
Ang
by knowledge na,
ang
uh,
problem
yeah.
nangyayari minsan yung investment when you pull the trigger minsan late at night eh, madaling
Oh,
for
ibang
some reason
usapan
for me
yon.
I do not
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why,
Nothing
but you
good
shouldn't
happens
decide on
after
that
2
time.
a.m. Oo.
You shouldn't
Exactly.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
Patrick, I just want to add. So that's a really great story. What made you kumbaga decide to go to ano naman, PDAX, join PDAX?
yeah, great question. Medyo opportunistic. The timing was very fortunate kasi
Mhm.
Okay.
I had a lot of failures in the business side, but also a few success. And
Mhm.
at that point in time, napansin ko lang that I started to, I mean, at night, di ba, you know that saying, what do you do at night, di ba? What do you do for your passion, di ba? And I noticed that
Mhm.
I still
Exactly.
kept tabs on the happiest time during the day was nighttime for me kasi I kept tabs on the blockchain industry.
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
reading white papers. I was doing it all for the passion of it and interest.
Yeah.
So, bigla lang naisip na, I mean, sinuggest lang ng wife ko, why don't
Yeah.
you explore having a career? And being an entrepreneur at that time, it was like I was doing business for like 15 years na ata. Hindi ko man
Mhm.
lang na it didn't really parang absorb in my mind that I would become an employee again. But
Yeah.
nagkataon when I saw the job opening, there was an opening for head of metaverse in PDAX. So wala, I just tried my luck.
Oh. Yeah.
I guess they
Yeah.
like me, that's why I'm here. But the rest is history. Kasi nagkataon, during that time when the head of Metaverse was being offered that job,
Mhm.
it was the height of the Axie Infinity boom. And
Okay.
Ah.
it just so happened that I was also managing my own Axie guild. So I had my own Axie guild. I
Okay.
dabbled in decentralized finance. I had the traditional finance background in investment banking.
Mhm.
Siguro nagkataon din, it was all fortunate luck. I got the
Mhm.
job, and then my first, I guess,
Galing.
duty and function in PDAX was really to take care of the metaverse. It was
The
actually the
Yeah.
meta.
coolest. Actually, everyone was. I was kind of like semi-popular inside the office because I
For
had
sure.
I had the coolest job title, diba?
It's
Uh-huh.
cool.
The head
Actually,
of
when I
Anyway,
read it, I was like, "Oh, I want
it's
that. Head of
cool, yeah.
metaverse."
And then,
Wait, so
like
my
an
question is,
go
um,
ahead.
this makes me curious because you're from traditional finance and now you're here. And, I think Web3 people lang ang makaka-relate dito. But when you try to explain sa mga
Yeah.
Web2 people, no, what do you do for a living? And when you say like head of metaverse, they're like,
Yeah.
huh, what's
Good
that?
point.
You know what I mean? So I guess two parts yung main question ko. Number one is like how did you transition from like traditional to this? And then the second one is parang how do you explain it nga to the people
Yeah.
around you what you do? How do you get them on board as well?
Yeah, awesome question, Mulan. So, I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is I have my own kind of idea or
Mm.
guideline if what you're doing in life is worth it or is interesting. And
Yeah.
that sort of guideline or heuristic is
Mm-hmm.
if people, if you have no easy way of explaining what you do, that means that you're doing something very interesting. Kasi it means that you're at
Yeah.
the
Oh,
forefront of something
yeah.
interesting. You're at the frontier of technology, diba? So
Yeah.
if I'm a lawyer or a doctor and people ask me, diba, what do you do? I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer. Gets na nila kaagad yun.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
I say I'm the head of metaverse, that's really like a big question mark, diba?
Uh-huh.
And
Mhm.
it's really counterintuitive, pero I see it as a positive signal. Kasi that tells me I'm onto something interesting and
Good
early.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one guideline I have. Number two, to answer your question, um, it was basically the transition for me was kind of already semi smooth
Mm-hmm.
because I had the traditional finance background, but I
Yeah.
also was very deep into the uh, Bitcoin, Ethereum blockchain world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really shy about also being technical. So
Yeah.
when during
Yeah.
these night times that I had as a free time, I bought technical books. So
Mm-hmm.
mastering Ethereum, mastering Bitcoin, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't program Solidity or Bitcoin, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also read these books to
Mm-hmm.
broaden my knowledge. So
Wow.
transitioning from traditional finance to this type of career was siyempre there is a sense of there is the difficulty of adjusting to a new organization, to
Yeah,
adjust
of
to
course.
having a boss, 'di ba? Because
Mm.
for the
Yeah.
longest time I'm my own boss. So yun yung
Yeah.
mahirap for me. But the knowledge part, it was kind of smooth. And
Yeah.
then to your second question, what do I really do or how do I manage that
Mm-hmm.
position?
Hmm.
The simplest words, what I mean, the head of metaverse is really a role where you have to think about how does the metaverse, I guess, how does PDAX serve better or be at the forefront of this new technology and benefit from it, diba? So
Mm-hmm.
that seems like a very conceptual thing to say, but siguro concrete example. Um, play to earn games, 'di ba? So my
Mm-hmm.
job, one or at least one of my jobs is to assess these games and maybe figure out is it worth for PDAX to be involved. So involved meaning
Mm.
sikat ba yung game na to? Does it
Tama.
have potential in the Philippines?
Yeah.
If so, then maybe we can think about listing their tokens, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's one type of assessment. Number two
That's
is
heavy though. You say it so nonchalantly, pero
It's
ang bigat
risky.
ng responsibility na yon because you really have to, just saying na i-assess mo yung game, that in
that
Yeah.
itself is, it's a lot. Yeah. So,
sobrang
mm,
it's a huge responsibility kasi
very,
if I recommend a project and it becomes a scam or it
yeah.
dumps,
Yeah.
then it's all on me,
It
right? So
reflects on
Agree.
PDAX as well. Hmm.
exactly, it reflects on PDAX and we're
No
regulated.
pressure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
why
aside, yeah, go ahead,
that's
go.
why I don't take the position lightly. So
Yeah.
Mm,
if I have to do my due diligence, I really
yeah.
need to do my homework, 'di ba? So
Yeah, of
yun, hindi
course.
lang siya basta-basta any token.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Yeah. So aside from that, what else? So I think you were also explained. I meron pang number two. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Of course. Yeah. So yun yung one of my functions. So
Mm,
Yeah.
uh checking the landscape for new, let's say, play to earn games. But
yeah.
the
Hmm.
second one actually, so I kind of bucket metaverse into two main things. One is
Hmm.
the gaming play to earn scene. The
Mm-hmm.
second one is really NFTs,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of overlapping because gaming involves NFTs, but also I kind
Yeah.
of view also NFTs mostly as the second category as non-gaming NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in PDAX we have this strong belief that NFTs can be the can lead to broader mass adoption of crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why or how? One example is NBA Top Shots, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
Oh
um
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was really super popular back in the day. The
Mm-hmm.
the the main point being that they used collectibles. So
Mm-hmm.
if anyone here in the audience likes to collect things, 'di ba? Alam niyo yun, mga toys,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
basketball cards, baseball cards,
Yeah.
NFTs can be viewed of as mostly just the digital form of that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
tokenized brand love, it's tokenized fan experiences. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in NBA Top Shots, it was that, no. So
Mm-hmm.
and I know a lot of people who are not really interested in crypto, even in
Mm-hmm.
trading, but went into crypto because they were an NBA fan, 'di ba? Or
Yeah.
Tama. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you could have another passion point.
Mm-hmm.
So we really believe here that NFTs have that potential through
Mm-hmm.
different uh reaching out and connecting through different fandoms
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also communities and shared interests. We
Yeah.
can also onboard more people into the crypto world. So that's the second, I guess, function that I have thinking
Mm-hmm.
about NFTs, and the brainchild of that was really Minto. So
Mm-hmm.
right now,
Yeah.
if everyone visits minto.pdax.ph, Minto is really, I guess, the exclusive NFT marketplace that can be found inside PDAX. And yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Thanks, Molan, for sharing the screen. What you're seeing here is actually this is Minto Studios' very own PFP project. They're called
Mm-hmm.
Tambay. If I may talk a little bit about that,
Go ahead. Yep.
Yes, please. Yeah, go ahead.
thank you. This is all about celebrating Filipino culture. So, pag
Nice.
napansin mo, may mga PFP dyan na may lobo, merong
The Pinoy
may
references. Yung sa
I
perya,
like it.
nabibili ka ng ano, colored the chicks. Very
colored chicks,
Pinoy.
di
Mm-hmm.
ba?
Yeah.
Merong may nagsusungka, may nagdadrive ng
Yeah.
jeep, ng
Yeah.
trike, meron sa likod ng sari-sari store.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos yung traits nila mismo nakakatuwa rin kasi
Yeah.
may mga rare na gold,
Mm-hmm.
may mga ibang naka hat, may iba nakabigote and all of these things. So
Biyaheng
napaka-fun
langit.
siya. Um,
Yeah.
we released this, I think, last week only, and we're
Okay.
already sold out. We're very happy
Wow.
with the results.
Uh-huh.
Medyo tumaas nga
Congrats.
siya yung price, but
Mm-hmm.
we sold it at a very affordable 250 pesos lang pag whitelisted
Mm-hmm.
ka,
Yeah.
500 pesos if you're not in the public sale. So
Okay.
um
Oh,
That's nice.
yeah, I mean, hindi kasi namin,
congratulations.
thank you. Hindi kasi namin main objective here is to earn money, but really
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to part of the philosophy na dapat accessible din ang NFT. So
Yeah,
Tama.
yun
to
yung mali ngayon
celebrate the
sa
art as
NFT eh.
well. Mm-hmm.
Celebrate the art, and also
Yeah.
NFTs don't have to be expensive, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So NFTs can be 50 pesos, can be for free, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yung second collection na to the right of Tambay
Mm-hmm.
is called the Legendary. So Mulan and Nelson, if you know what Reddit did, 'di ba? Nag-airdrop
Mm-hmm.
sila for free as a
Yeah.
surprise to
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
all loyal Reddit users. So
Yeah.
this is our own version of that, where
Mm-hmm.
nagbigay kami
Nice.
for free ng airdrop na NFTs, different heroes, different villains, to
Mm-hmm.
our
Mm-hmm.
most active and loyal PDAX users. So selected lang,
Wow.
mga this is about maybe I think 6,000 people that are really the people
Okay.
that we value the most, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
um and also expect that we're gonna build out this kind of rewards, or kind of like a semi roadmap for this
Yeah.
collection going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So yun lang.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
guess that's the gist of my functions.
Oh,
Mhm.
you
Medyo
also have a, sorry, circling back dito sa legendaries, you have a surprise, right? So, do you wanna
yes.
share
Yeah.
with them?
Yeah, sure. So, we are willing to give out as a prize to all of the
Mm.
viewers here.
Nice.
It all depends kay Nelson and Mulan on the mechanics, but
Yeah,
we
sure.
are super happy to give out 5 free legendary NFTs to
Nice.
our viewers
Narinig
here.
niyo yun.
Ayun, maybe to the best question
Naka-record.
na ano, isa-send nila tonight, right? I think that's a
Yeah.
fair reward.
Yeah,
Yeah. For the five chosen ones
Yes.
later,
I love
for
it.
the
Five
questions.
chosen ones.
The five chosen ones. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
napakalaki. We also have, of course, our regular giveaways na ICP, no?
Mm-hmm.
So, one ICP each for the five winners also, no? So, one ICP together with one NFT that you will receive
Ang
after this
saya
for the
namang
chosen
maging
questions.
viewer tonight. So,
Yeah.
ayan. You heard it here, guys. One ICP and one NFT for the top
Yeah.
five questions that we're gonna pick. So, keep sending them in kung na-inspire kayo sa mga
Yes.
kinukuwento ngayon. May mga specific questions kayo. Again, send them po
Yeah.
and babasahin namin yan kahit sa pinakataas pa sila later on.
Yep.
All right. Sir Pat,
Yeah.
you were saying.
yeah. That's it. Basically, it's been like any day of my work
Yeah.
is very unique, so I can't
Mm-hmm.
even predict it. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'm working on, or actually most of the time now, I'm working on building Mintu and
Yeah.
establishing
Mm-hmm.
relationships with different partners. Other times
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the play to earn side and metaverse side. But
Okay.
by the way, if anyone is listening, if you are an artist, if you are a brand or a community,
Yeah.
and would like to dive into NFTs, please just contact me, and we can explore going into the NFTs through Mintu.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so
Yeah.
exciting.
Patrick, yeah, just want to circle back. If ever they receive or those who were able to receive airdrops for the Mintu, how does it go? Can they sell this on the marketplace, or is there an earning ano here angle?
Yeah, good question. So
Mm-hmm.
once we choose the winners, all we need are their email addresses, and
Mhm.
Okay,
that's how we kind of like, the one of the appeal of Minto is really how we make the NFT experience seamless. So you
Mhm.
don't
okay, that's
need
nice.
a MetaMask. You don't. All you need is the PDAX app, and
Okay,
download it, and username and password. That's it. You're done, and you can claim your
Yeah.
NFT.
okay,
Now,
nice.
yeah. Now, as for your second question, yes, you people, the ones who win can actually list their NFTs for sale. Depende na. It depends on you on how much you want to list it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
of course, the higher the price that you list, the less chances of it
Yeah.
getting sold.
agree.
Diba? Mamaya i-list mo at 1 million pesos, di, diba? Kailangan
Unless,
mo nang mabenta yan. But we're not
yeah,
stopping you. So it's a marketplace. So you can list it
Mhm.
for 100 pesos, 500 pesos,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
people actually buy depending on the price. So yes,
Yeah.
there is a chance that your NFT
I
can
agree.
be sold. Now,
Yeah,
earning component, earning aspect, unfortunately, no. So what we're really focusing on is having an NFT for itself
Mhm.
and holding
mm-hmm.
it for its kind of like future roadmap or benefits or perks.
Mhm.
I agree. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's great, Patrick. I just want to circle back, going back to PDAX. This is a question of a friend of mine. What are the main advantages of using PDAX versus other local exchanges or the international ones?
Interesting question. Yeah, well, I get asked that question a lot, but
Yeah.
um, this is actually a very valid question. So comparing against international crypto exchanges,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
there are certain really practical reasons as to why you'd like to trade on PDAX. The
Mm-hmm.
first one being that legitimacy and accessibility. And what do
Yeah.
I mean by that? PDAX, we're BSP regulated,
Mhm. That's a big
Yeah.
thing.
so
Yeah.
this is a very huge thing because um, uh, the BSP's role really, and they take this role very seriously, of course,
Mm-hmm.
is to protect the consumers, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're trading with PDAX, you are assured that we are responsible with your funds, and
Mm.
we do all of the necessary precautions to protect and serve your best interest.
Yeah.
So that's one. Um, there is a real danger, I think, and I've heard this from anecdotally from other friends as well, that
Yeah.
if you transact or deal with unlicensed exchanges, that there's a chance that you might get your bank account closed. And this is already happening
Oh.
Oh,
with friends of mine. So
Mm.
seriously. Wow.
yes. Yeah.
That's
So
Medyo
scary.
scary, medyo scary.
scary siya talaga. It's
Is
been
this what
Yeah.
they call
happening.
AMLA? Ayun, dun ba pumapasok din yun?
Yes, exactly,
Oh,
Mulan.
okay.
You said the right word. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm the right
Yeah.
person to talk about all of these AMLA
Mm-hmm.
things. Hanggang ano lang ako, hanggang all the fun
Yeah.
stuff lang. The
Metaverse,
Yeah.
metaverse,
yeah, uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
But sa
games,
serious legal ano, we hand the crown to someone else.
yes.
Yeah.
So who is that someone? It just so happened everyone is. I think this is a great timing as well. Yon, thank you, Mulan. You're you're an
Yeah.
angel. So
Exactly.
the screen that you're looking at right now, we're going to have a special session
Yeah.
entitled Iwas AMLA. So for those who don't understand Filipino, it means how to avoid AMLA. So it's an
Mm-hmm.
exclusive interview on Bitpinas. So Bitpinas is the one of the leading cryptocurrency focused publications in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. So the interview will be held at our PDAX office and will be moderated by our very own Bitpinas's very own Mike Mislos, the founder of Bitpinas. And
Mm-hmm.
this is really the perfect time to learn more about these questions. So
Mm-hmm.
in this webcast, what can you expect? Um, Nichelle, our founder, the founder of PDAX, will talk about what is really AMLA,
Mm-hmm.
what are the proper amounts of pesos that I should deal or exchange in, what constitutes the grounds for banks to close my account. So that's the big
Mm.
one. So all of these things,
Kailangan talaga 'yan 'no, kasi ang dami ngang naamla even with, friends of mine, alam mo yon parang this is a very hot topic. And
sobra.
Yeah.
honestly with how many years na since Axie boom na napakaraming pumasok 'no,
Yeah.
wala pa akong narinig na AMA regarding
I
AMLA.
think
So
so,
this is
yeah.
very, very
Very
interesting and,
important, yeah.
helpful, yeah.
Personally,
Yes.
I'm interested. Personally, yeah. We need. I think
Likewise.
everybody's is involved actually. In Web3 needs to learn,
Hmm,
di ba? Here in the
yeah.
Philippines.
Kailangan
Uh,
kasama 'tong iwas AMLA sa
yeah,
usapan dapat lagi.
we can have that topic as well, Mulan, no?
Very interesting, yeah.
In the
Ayan na.
We should
future,
invite Sir
we should invite.
Michelle to talk. 'Di ba
Game.
pinlano na agad,
Si
eh.
Sir.
Tayo na nag-decide. Oo, inform na lang natin siya
Yeah.
kailan. No, I'm kidding.
Di
Yeah,
pa
but
natapos
it's
yung
a very
podcast natin. Ano
totoo.
na? Sa next one na
Oo.
Yeah,
tayo.
next.
Gano'n natin
Yeah.
ka-love ang PDAX dito dahil, lahat talaga ng bases we have to cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how could they join here? This is free, right? So
Yes.
mm,
So it's a live webcast.
Okay.
It's gonna happen next Wednesday, July 12, 8 p.m.
mm,
Philippine time.
yeah.
All you
Okay.
need to do is go to this Facebook page event and bookmark it
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
wait for that time. So at
Yeah.
that time, the live webcast will happen. Now, I
Okay.
think
Mm,
what's even nicer here is sprinkled along the program is an opportunity for guests to ask questions. So this is sort of also,
yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
there's also
Good
an
point. Yeah.
AMA section here. So
Mm-hmm.
lahat na
Mm-hmm.
ng tanong mo, kung nagtataka ka, 'di ba? All about AMLA stuff,
Yeah.
stuff about ano ang safe gawin in terms of crypto
Personal
transaction.
experiences then,
Mm-hmm.
no? You open them up here, spark conversations na,
Mm-hmm.
ayun nga, are rarely had dito sa space so far. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
again, very interesting and timely, I would say. Um,
Timely,
mhm.
especially in the bull run.
We're
'Di
preparing for
ba?
that. And
We're
hopefully
preparing for
tayong
that.
lahat, maisip natin, wait lang baka maamla ako. A good
Kasi
good thought process na problem, kumbaga.
to be honest, one of nung nag-start ako, I was using PDAX transitioning and then
Yeah,
bank
yeah.
account and then PDAX. It was one of the OGs that I
Mm,
really use was PDAX talaga eh. So yeah, that's a really good point no that we need to learn this.
yeah.
Delikado yung bank account natin.
Kailangan maingat, totoo.
Kaya kailangan talaga PDAX talaga. Alam mo yun talagang
Mm,
BSP certified and everything. Ay, Patrick, yeah, before we go with to the community questions, can you tell us more about kumbaga latest features or maybe what's upcoming with PDAX? What's the
yeah.
roadmap looking at?
Nako, that's a great question, Nelson.
Yeah.
You got
So
excited. So now I'm like,
Si
okay, let's go. Let's hear it.
Patrick, si Nigel nandito sa comments.
ah, oh no. Nako,
Yeah.
everyone is the
Ayan na.
boss is looking.
Sa roadmap, be careful daw.
Oh, ingat tayo diyan.
Baka
Um,
kami ma-spill.
yung
Yeah.
so unfortunately, what I can say
Mm-hmm.
is
Very showbiz.
2023 2023 will be a very exciting year for PDAX. Why?
Mm,
Because there are three things actually. So the first one is of course Minto. So we just launched
yeah.
Minto last
Mm,
March. So Minto is about maybe 3 months old pa lang, end of March. And from that small amount of time, we've released PFP collections. We have released uh, tickets, NFTs as tickets. So I don't know if
Yeah.
you know
yeah.
Mulan
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nelson, but we are also the
Oh,
exclusive
you're
NFT
doing that
seller
na.
of Ang
Okay.
Huling El Bimbo musical by
Ah,
Newport
yeah.
World Resorts.
I saw
I
that. I
did
So,
saw that.
not
Yeah.
know that.
yun, you should buy the tickets na.
I saw it recently. Wait, so may
Yeah.
NFT version yung tickets? How do I not
Yep.
know this?
Yeah, so maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm not doing marketing it more widely. Pero
What?
um,
Yeah.
the
Wow.
the the nicer thing about that is Mulan, we sell the tickets at 20 to 30% off regular
Wow.
I am
price.
gonna leave na kasi bakit
I'm gonna
hindi
look
ko
for
alam
it.
to.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know now. How does it work? Exactly.
So you just buy the NFT
Yeah.
through Mintu, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
the NFT itself is the ticket. So what you
You
do,
just show
all
it.
Ah.
you just show it, you just click generate QR code on the
Yeah.
day of the event,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then the Newport staff will scan the QR code and validate that you're actually the owner. And from there you can
Yeah.
enter. So a lot of
It's
people have
amazing.
actually experienced it and bought the tickets, NFT tickets, and watch the IHEB musical no. But yun, so on Mint 2, so many more exciting things. So we're expanding the scope and use case of NFTs. So
Mm-hmm.
NFTs not just
Yeah.
as PFPs but also as tickets, as
Yeah.
real world utility. Number two, PDAX just recently went through its project switch or system switch. So
Mm-hmm.
and what that project is that it's a huge engineering endeavor
Mm-hmm.
on the PDAX system.
Okay.
And what it allows PDAX to do is really to service better our users.
Mm-hmm.
How the experience will be smoother. We will be able to offer more tokens, more new
Mm-hmm.
tokens, and all other um, small things, engineering things that make the whole process smooth.
Yeah.
So kakatapos na ng switch, and we're in the process of I guess optimizing or enhancing the experience that is now possible because it's finished, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's number two. Number three, I think I can only give like a very vague or teasing
Showbiz
clue.
answer. Yeah.
But expect that for the rest of 2023, PDAX will also release something new, a new product. What is that product? I
Yeah.
can't say right
Ooh.
now because
Sana
of
madulas. I'm
Hmm.
kidding.
practical reasons, but this is, I think, also one thing that is in line. So this is the clue.
Okay.
This is in line with our mission for broader financial inclusion in the Philippines. So yon, that's
Hmm.
one thing to
Okay.
look forward to in PDAX. Better, smoother user experience, more different types of NFT use cases, and of course that new secret product that will broaden, or
Yeah.
I guess spread the financial inclusion in the Philippines.
On the
Wow.
secret product,
Mhm.
baka we can talk offline. Baka you need blockchain support. Yun na eh. Of course, ICP is willing
Ang
to
bilis
support that.
ng entrada, iba.
Sige
I
ba?
didn't
Iba.
I didn't know that. So we will meet next week, Patrick, for
Sige,
drinks.
I
tara.
love it.
Let's
Let's
talk.
discuss. Yeah, let's
Let's
talk.
connect. That's what we do here, right? We try
Yeah,
to help each other out and see kung saan natin ma-assist ang isa't isa. I love the points na highlight mo. So we talked about, the roadmap, what's next, and the features na you guys are implementing. And I feel like pasok na pasok yung mga questions na sinend in ng
dami, no?
audiences natin. Exactly. So maybe let's
Gusto
start
nila
with
ng
this
NFT,
one.
Patrick.
Oo,
Game.
ganado lahat. So here's one from Nakulay. As we know, implementation of many features may cause bugs. So how are you going to approach this? How many developers are currently working on the PDAX
A good point, yeah.
ecosystem?
Nice question. So nakulay, I think I don't have the exact count of our developers, but it's a considerable size.
Yeah,
Actually,
Okay.
the development tech and product team of PDAX constitutes a huge part or chunk of our whole team. So we really
Okay.
believe that in our core DNA, we're really a tech startup, a
Yeah.
fintech startup. And therefore, because of that identity, syempre, we need to invest in engineers and
Yep.
yeah,
tech
yeah,
people, right? So, and developers. So, and as to your other point, yes, you're exactly right. The introduction of more features will lead to different bugs because a new feature might interact
Yeah.
with the rest of the system differently, and there are really unforeseen things, right? So my
yeah,
only answer to that is I really have 100% trust in our tech team that they'll be
yeah,
able
Yeah.
to test these bugs. So normally for developers, from my limited knowledge, we have different test environments, right? So we have the test environment, the stage environment, right before you go into production. So that's how we really normally do things. We test that new feature in these test environments, fix the bugs, and then deploy them to production. Now, if ever may hindi kami na-see na bugs in production, we do have like a very alert developer team that
Mhm.
will fix these bugs and do these
yeah.
hot fixes. So yeah, rest assured, we're on top of it, and we'll do our best to make things as smooth as possible.
And as a user din
Nice.
ng PDAX, so what I love about the platform is sobrang proactive din. Like if may mga maintenance, they let you
Yeah.
know right away.
Yeah.
An ample time for you to, like if you need to move your assets. Unlike sa iba na nag-maintenance na, doon ka palang sasabihan or wala at all. So that's one thing that I really do appreciate about PDAX.
Yeah.
Parang ahead of time, they let you know if they're fixing something or ano. So again,
Agree.
I think
Thank
that's
you,
very,
thank you.
very important. Oo.
Hindi
And the customer
nagkulang
service as
sa
well,
communication. Yeah.
nag-improve na din. So before it was a frustration of mine. As with ano naman, parang lahat ng
Yeah.
ginagamit, no. But yeah, the improvement is significant, I think. So yeah, and thank you so much Nakulay for that question. Ang ganda ng tanong niya, no, kasi ito yung mga iniisip mo, yun nga as a user. And then, here's one. So, ayun, dahil nga pinag-usapan natin ng roadmap, Hotman
Mhm.
Paris asks, according to the roadmap, ano yung most important na priorities among all of those mentioned? Does your team have enough funds and strong community to achieve those milestones? Bigatin eh, no? Walang
Parang boss na
hinahinay. Like, straight
boss
for the
si
jugular
Hotman
talaga.
Pares.
Kaya nyo ba? Oh, di ba?
Makapagtanong sa funds
Oo,
si Par.
totoo. Mm.
Okay. So in terms of funding, we're very well capitalized. If
Mm.
you do like a quick Google search, you'll find out that we've raised some amount of money for our Series B from
Yeah.
international investors. So
Yep.
I forget the exact amount, but I think it's in the tens of millions of dollars. So we're well
Sizable,
funded
yeah.
to really execute our roadmap,
Mm-hmm.
because really, to be honest, going and it's this is related to the previous question. Engineers and developers are not cheap,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
Agree.
yung mga
Yeah.
talent nila, they're very, of course,
They
rightly
should be
so,
well
they're very
compensated. Yeah.
exactly. So don't worry about that. Number two, I think according to the roadmap, what are your most important next priorities? So I mentioned three, right? So Mintu, uh, the system switch,
Yeah.
and the new product.
The
I think
showbiz. Yeah. The secret
showbiz.
product.
I think that right now they are almost all equally weighted. But if I
Mm-hmm.
had to choose, I think the second one, which is the project
Mm.
Ah,
switch,
Yeah,
agree.
okay.
nangingibabaw yun, because it really is the the main controls the main experience of all of our retail
Yeah,
users.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kasi think about the second project as anything like you, Mulan or Nelson. If you open the PDAX app, you go through the whole
Mhm.
process of cashing in, buying your favorite
Mm.
cryptoing out, all of those things that encompasses this second project. And
Ah, okay.
what I think our main priority right now is making things as smooth and bug free as possible. So that's the most important thing, I think. Um, and the second priorities are the new project and of course Mintu,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Now the last point, strong community. I think that this is really mostly an effort that needs to be honest lang, that this needs to be cultivated more and worked on
Mm.
more
Mhm.
by PDAX.
Yeah.
We
Agree.
really need to, I guess, connect and
Yeah.
listen to our community more than what we're doing right now. And really, this is something that we want to improve going forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love to hear that. I mean, lagi naman merong room for improvement. And I love that kasama siya sa priority ninyo. Kasi iba nga ka talaga kapag sa community, no? I think your community is strong now, but if we can make it stronger,
Yeah.
right? Why not? Especially napakaganda nga ng positioning natin now. It doesn't feel like it yet kasi most of our portfolios are wag na nating pag-usapan muna. But we're in the bear. But this is
Bear. Yeah.
also the best time to build not
Tama.
only like projects but also community, no? So yeah, thank you for that, Hotman Paris. We hope we were able to answer your questions. Kung meron ka pang follow up, let us know. And then we also have a question here regarding your approach naman to listing new cryptocurrencies, because na-mention mo like the importance of you know
Yeah.
yung projects na ine-endorse. How about sa cryptocurrencies na linalist, asks Alex Castillo. Can you explain PDAX's approach to listing new cryptocurrencies
Yeah.
and share the
Good
criteria
question.
utilized for evaluating and selecting potential listings?
Yeah, great question. So, Alex, the way we view new listings is we have this sort of framework. So, and
Mm.
it encompasses different, I guess, aspects of it. So, the first one is really the legal aspect. So,
Mm.
um, we would have to check if a certain token is a security or not. So, and really what we want to, I guess, cross out is that it's a security. So,
Yeah.
and at which point, syempre, it's gonna be hard to list a
Yeah.
token, right? So I think we're all aware of what happened recently sa
The
SEC now,
US. Yeah.
the US, di
Mm,
ba? So
yeah,
they
yeah.
considered, certain, like, so I think Solana, Matic as
Mhm.
security. So yeah, I think that this is a very basic requirement. The
Yep.
Mm.
second one really is mostly on a business commercial marketing aspect. So this is where it's a little bit more tedious to do, because it
Mhm.
requires a lot of research and due diligence. So namely, what I'm talking about is, thus is the token popular enough in the Philippines?
Mm,
Is the
yeah, yeah.
token a legit project, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
who are the team founders of that token?
Mm,
What's the popularity of that token globally and in the Philippines?
yeah,
Or if the token is not so much popular, does the team,
Yeah.
the founding team, or is the project itself committed to marketing and building that community and following the Philippines?
yeah,
And then number four is there a specific use case for that token? So
I agree.
easy example, SLP, diba? These are
yeah,
payouts to Axis
Yeah.
scholars. That's
mm-hmm.
a no-brainer. That's a big use case
Yeah.
kasi that's their
Yeah,
Tama.
salaries and they need to cash out. So there's really a real need for it.
Yep.
Now, take for example maybe ADA, right? ADA or
Yeah.
Cardano. It's a very popular token, but mostly, which is good, and it's actually one of the more popular ones in the
yeah,
Philippines. But the use case is really more for trading and
yeah.
speculation, right?
Yeah.
So, yon, most of the things that need to work on is really on the second part
Mm.
of that
Yeah.
framework.
Thank you, Alex Castillo. Castillo, by the way,
Very
is from
welcome.
coins.ph researching PDAX.
Oh no! I just gave away competitive information to the
No,
enemy.
no, thank you, Alex Castillo, for
No
that
worries,
question.
Alex.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and anyway,
Alex.
this is a question also of mine, and also I think I do not know. Hanapin mo na lang, Mulan. If there are plans of going tapping other countries as well, Southeast Asian countries, going to
Sorry, who sent
Indonesia.
the question and what around
Wait,
what
I
time?
forgot. Is it? It's more of if you're looking at a global roadmap or opening it up, or I think another question was, what if a foreign personality would is that possible? They transact in PDAX?
Yeah, that is something that I need to get back to you on. Ang sa alam ko kasi,
Okay.
we are mostly dealing with Filipino users.
O kasi
And
PHP trading pair, di ba?
correct, correct.
Mhm.
And I think obviously the people who are from countries that are like certain countries, right?
Yeah.
So I think the US and other more sensitive countries, like I guess North Korea, that for sure hindi pwede.
Oh, so here sabi, yeah, foreign nationals can, pero parang may mga additional requirements. Ayan. Yes, a
Yes.
foreign national can open a PDAX account, pero yung KYC is different, like the laws na you guys are following.
Oh my
Ayan.
God, ang galing mo, Mulan. You
Accept
answered the question.
Research ang
passports
bilis, na.
issued by their country of origin. Ayun. Pero
Most likely
bawal yung
passport.
driver's license.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
passport daw. Oh, that's good. So, very inclusive din talaga. Lalo na now, nung nauso yung remote work, no, napakaraming mga nag-move na foreigners here in the Philippines. So, it's nice na they get to
Agree.
access it as well.
Exactly. Yes.
Very welcoming. We love to hear it. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
let's
a
get
good question.
more questions, Mulan, if you find anything.
Here, so we have one from Ariz asking about yung partnerships nyo. So what do you have now and meron ba mga upcoming na you can hint at? Because these are very important, no? Since yun nga nabanggit
ICP, the
natin.
ICP.
ICP.
Yeah,
Tama.
magkikita kami next
We're
week, yeah.
manifesting it. So,
I
napakahalaga
actually
ng partnerships.
I didn't know. So Mulan, you're also part of the ICP of ICP Manila.
I
Yes,
am the
of
adopted
course.
daughter of ICP Manila. Yes.
Nagulat ako eh.
Yes,
Hindi pa ako
Naka-shirt na
legal
si Mulan
daughter.
eh.
I know.
we
Hindi pa ako
are
legal daughter, but I am an adopted
soon.
daughter.
Nako, you should get legally adopted na by
Right?
Nelson.
By the next bull run, no?
Totoo.
Sakto
Pa-
for next bull
mm,
run. Anyway, so partnerships. Yeah, sige. There are many ways to interpret this question, but one, I guess, I think what Putra means is tokens. So
mm,
suffice to say, in terms of partnerships, right? So suffice to say, we're still very active, especially now that
mm,
our project switch has been completed. uh, we're very active in looking for partners. So
Mhm.
I think uh, what that engineering project did was really widen or open up the space for us to be more open
Mm.
to new partnerships. So we're
Yeah.
looking at different projects and tokens. So
Yeah.
some of them you definitely expect. So yung mga, I guess, more of the popular,
Mhm.
uh, like for example, layer two tokens and all
Yeah.
these things. We're also looking at different layer ones, and in addition to that, we're also looking into, of course, maybe some metaverse related tokens. So yes,
Okay.
so in terms of partnerships, that's what we're trying to come up with. In terms of the on the NFT side, do expect more artists, brands, even brands that you're very familiar with, start to release and excite people through
Mm-hmm.
NFTs on Minto.
Yeah.
Patrick, can they message you directly? What do you think is the best channel for them to connect to PDAX?
Yeah,
Either an
I
artist or anything.
yes, please do send me a message. I think one way to contact me is below my screen here. I put here my Twitter handle. So it's
Oh
at
yeah,
Lunasha not
nice. Tama.
X. A second way you can contact me is, I'm gonna type it here sa private chat natin, Nelson and
Yeah, we
Miranda. So,
can
Mhm.
highlight
uh,
it.
yeah, yeah. So it's, you can email me as well through my PDAX email. So it's patrick.lau@pdax.ph. So,
Nice,
yeah, so it's either you can contact me here, what Mulan is um, flashing right now, or you can send me an email.
nice. Wait, I'm
There
gonna
you
put it
go.
on the
Ayan. So
comments.
both of them are flashed ngayon sa screen. Screenshot nyo na lang, guys. So if you have any yun nga, questions or maybe even recommendations, ayun, feel free to reach out kay Sir Patrick. So we have one more question. Would you like to pick this one, or I have one here.
Go ahead, go
Um,
ahead.
okay, okay. So this one just again talks about yung regulatory ninyo and like the laws na you guys are following. I feel like this is very important to highlight kasi still kahit na nasa Web3 space na sila for a while, alam mo yung meron pa ring mga not skeptical, pero alam mo yung may ingat pa rin, no? Not, hindi lahat degen kagaya natin. So, I feel now we really need to highlight the importance of, being DSP regulated and things like that. What could you share about that?
So Clark, this is a very awesome question. If you want to dig deeper into this on how we approach regulatory compliance, I highly recommend that you tune in to
Yeah,
next week
tama.
Wednesday, 8 p.m. with
Mm,
where there's an exclusive interview where we will talk about this. I
Mm,
think the
yeah.
best person we need to answer is our founder himself, Nichelle of PDAX. But
mhm,
knowing what I know, how do you approach things? Ito lang yon. It's very, I'm gonna give like a very concrete example. We have our own in-house legal, regulatory compliance, and
Nice.
risk teams. And this is like not just one team, these are multiple teams. We have in-house legal counsel, and not just one legal counsel, we have multiple legal counsel who are available to really monitor all of the constantly changing regulations and how we can comply with them.
mm,
In one more thing is that we do have a team also constantly coordinating with the BSP in
yeah.
terms of our compliance with all of their requests. So Clark, I don't know if you know, but we are, as part of being a VASP or a virtual asset license provider, we are, and part of being regulated, the BSP also conducts regular audits. So rest
Oh.
assured that, yeah, so rest assured that we are and we will always seek to be regulatory compliant at all times.
We're in good hands.
Yeah,
Ayan. So thank you so much. Napaka-interesting ng question sa Sened. Very aligned talaga sa mga napag-usapan natin and na-cover, no? So I can't believe it's been an hour Sir Patrick,
Yeah,
grabe, you were so generous with your time and
tama.
your answers as well. Yung ano lang, napa-showbiz lang tayo as dun sa aabangan. But, part of it, para excited lahat, no? So, personally, I'm gonna leave this episode very excited for what's to come. I remember na nag-start ako with PDAX, ano lang siya, yung simpleng trading platform lang. Now you have like Minto,
Yeah,
and so many things
ako
that you guys are
rin.
working on. Right?
Naalala ko, yeah. I started there and
Mm,
tuwan-tuwa ako when I found about PDAX.
yeah.
Excited ako every day navigating and trading and burning my money.
Thank
No,
you, thank
we don't
you.
say that anymore.
Ay,
So
oo nga.
again, maraming salamat. I feel like in the next few months, marami pa tayong pwedeng pag-usapan ulit because you guys
Yeah,
move so fast. Ang daming bago, no? So we hope to have you back here soon, and
yeah,
Of
I
hopefully
think
by
so,
course.
yeah.
then we're able to talk about your new products and maybe have another person from PDAX to share also their experience and stories.
Yep.
Um, and ayun, siguro na lang, before you go, Sir Patrick, maybe a message to the ICP Filipino community. Like, what should they do during the bear market, and how can they learn more about PDAX?
Yeah, so first of all, Nelson and Mulan, I really appreciate the invitation. I also had a lot of fun. Crypto is really my passion. So
Mhm.
talking about it doesn't really seem like work to me. I could go on for a longer time.
Mhm.
And number two, the thank you for the invitation, the open invitation for future guestings. I will
Yep.
definitely recommend you to my other colleagues who are much more, I guess, qualified or capable
Thank you.
as
Yeah.
me to talk about other topics, right? That's going
Mhm.
to be very exciting. So I guess my message lang to the ICP community is, in the bear market, just hold steady,
Mhm.
and use this time, this, I guess, lull period, to just,
Yeah.
I guess, invest in yourself,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
study more, and learn the basics of, the foundations of blockchains, because as I
Tama.
mentioned, all throughout the this call, having a foundational, even technical knowledge of the technology of blockchain and even ICP. Take the time to
Mhm.
Yeah.
learn ICP. Even take the time to learn basic programming or
Yeah.
developing.
Tama. Yeah.
Um, and then you would have a more broader or complete understanding that will give you the tools to, take on and be ready for the next bull run. Kasi and this is my opinion, because this is what I am doing. So I'm still
I
learning
agree.
programming. I hope to learn, you
Same.
know,
Yeah.
maybe Nelson, you can teach me programming in ICP. I don't know the language there. But this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm following my own advice with the hope
Yeah.
that pagdating ng bull run, ready na ako to,
Ready
you
to
know,
pounce.
yeah,
Exactly.
ready
Yeah.
for the to spot all of these amazing opportunities. So that's
Mm-hmm.
it. Feel free to learn more about PDAX. Visit us at pdax.ph. Visit Mintu at mintu.pdax.ph, and you can contact me at my Twitter or my email address. Thanks so much, Mulan and Nelson. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sir
Yeah.
Patrick. See
Thank
you
you.
really soon. Maraming salamat.
Thank
Thank
Bye!
you.
you very much, Patrick. See you next week.
Cheers. See you.
Bye bye.
Ayan, Sir Nelson, million-dollar question. What was the highlight for you of today's episode?
Well, I think yung possible partnerships with PDAX. Well, right now
Very
we're still,
exciting, no? Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot that we can explore.
yeah, we're still navigating a few legal, with listing of ICP.
Mm-hmm.
So very sensitive on that part. But what we can do while waiting for that is really partner with them.
Mm,
Uh, Technically, even though they are an exchange, they are also a community.
yeah.
They're very active community. They have events. They have
There's a lot,
active,
no?
yeah,
Sobrang
activities on
active
ground. Yeah,
talaga ng PDAX. I feel na if
yeah.
you're in the space, kahit like, say, I was gonna say 5 minutes, OA, like a week,
Uh,
imposible
yeah,
na you don't come across them. So hopefully we do get to
yeah,
partner with a giant as PDAX, and nakaka-proud nga na it's homegrown here in the
Yep.
Philippines. And ayan. So, yeah, how about for the events? Would you like to recap para sa mga bagong pasok natin? What can
Yeah.
they expect pa?
I think number one is the TypeScript blockchain course next week. Very
Mm-hmm.
important. Balikan niyo yung start ng episode na to when
Yes.
I shared my screen, no. Punta lang kayo do sa link ng description. The
Mm-hmm.
link on the registration of the TypeScript course is at the description. Go there. Please fill up the form, and then don't forget to register your country, Philippines, and to choose ICP.Hub
Mm-hmm.
Philippines.
Ayan, ICP.Hub Philippines po. Ayan,
Yes.
and then if you wanna learn and be an IC developer, eto nga po yung Google form natin. We'll try to include this as well sa description box. Please
Yep.
share it sa friends ninyo, no? Ayun nga, whether you're just curious or you truly want to be a developer, gusto nyo matikman na kumbaga if this is for you or not.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a perfect avenue for that. Perfect place to be. And nabanggit mo na ba, Sir Nelson, ulit na not only do you get free education, but also you also have ICP rewards after.
Yes. You get 20 ICP pag successfully ma-finish nyo yung course successfully. 20 ICP, that's around $100. So, natuto ka na,
That's a lot.
nag-earn ka
Mm,
pa. You learn and earn. So, napakalaking
yeah.
bagay nito.
Mm. Very much so. And ayun nga no, nakakatuwa na napakaraming free education now, and nagiging
Yeah.
part ang ICP sa movement na yon. I feel
Yep.
truly ano ba, without sounding cheesy, but it's super nice to be in a community where fino-foster natin, we make sure na nag-grow lahat sabay-sabay. So please register
Yeah.
here, and again, don't forget to choose ICP.Hub Philippines po when you do. And Sir
Yeah.
Nelson, you know the drill. Maybe yung sa Twitter natin for our winners. We have Clark
Yeah.
Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DM lang sa Twitter. Because so we know that you're following us. So siguro make a screenshot na kayo yung
Mm-hmm.
napiling name. And yeah, we'll send you your prize together with the PDAX NFT. Give us time, wag tonight. Give us till tomorrow kasi we need to coordinate pa the NFT and everything. And yeah,
Uh-huh.
for the prizes, give it
Rest
24 hours.
assured,
Not tonight.
mapupunta din po
Kasi
sila sa
before
inyo.
talagang
We
gusto mo
will,
yun.
right? Oo. So now I
Oo,
think they're more understanding naman na,
yeah.
right? So ayan, again, we have Nakulay. Maraming salamat. Alex Castillo, Hotman Paris, and nawala ko yung dalawa. Clark Butler, ayan.
Yeah.
And sorry, give me a minute. Aris Putra. Ayan, maraming salamat. You know what? Um, nakakatuwa nga, I mentioned this kay Sir Patrick. Nakakatuwa na very, ano na, ang lalapit na ng questions nila sa mga napag-usapan natin, no? That just means na very engaged and
Mhm.
interested talaga ang mga tao sa interviews. So we are very much listening to you guys. Nag-request po kayo na more local projects. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. Kung meron kayong mga specific projects sa ICP, sa IC community natin,
Yep.
specific IC people, please let us know. Tweet at us or maybe sa mga comment section po natin. We're gonna listen to you guys. Anything else, Sir Nelson, that you wanna share?
Basically, that's it for now. See you again. Yeah, updates on Twitter and everything on Telegram and Open Chat.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Nelson. Bye.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, Mulan. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a great night.